as promised, I'm going to do my recap on our trip that we got back from on Tuesday. Um, as a lot of you know, we went to Breckenridge, Colorado to go skiing for 6 days. And we were all really looking forward to it, and it was so amazing. And I wanted to do this whole recap like right after, so I would remember a lot of it. And it was a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be because um, as a lot of people know, I'm not really the most athletic person ever, and I don't usually do things outside or that require like a whole lot of exertion. But it was so fun. So I'm kind of gonna start from the beginning and kind of work my way down because we had a lot that happened. So we got there on Wednesday, the 28th at, gosh, it was like 9:30, and Cameron had already gotten there and had gotten our keys and everything. So we just kind of chilled out that night, and we're trying to get used to the altitude. And so me and him exchanged Christmas gifts that night because we decided it was kind of pointless to ship them to each other since we were going to see each other 3 days after Christmas. So I already knew one thing he was getting me because he can't keep a secret to save his life, but um, he got me this really cute card, and it says "I love you like a fat kid loves cake," and then he wrote like really nice things in it, and that was really sweet. And then the one thing that I knew that he was getting me, but I didn't know exactly what it looked like, was this absolutely gorgeous um, rose gold Kenneth Cole watch, and I have to go take it to get sized this week because it's still a little big. But like, I was just looking at it in the box. I just open it and like just look at it because I wanted one so bad. As those of you who read my little Christmas list on a couple of earlier blog posts saw, so that was really kind of cool that he like went out of his way to get that for me, and so that was really sweet. And then he got me just kind of, I don't know, to go along with it or whatever. He got me this really kind of neat locket thing, and it has like a map. Wow, you can't see that. A map of Venice on it. So that was really neat, and it's just like a little locket. And he said he was gonna pick a picture of his dog in it, but I don't think he would know how to go about putting a little tiny picture in something like that. So whatever. But it's still really neat, and I love unique jewelry like this, so I'm excited about that. And then his stepmom and dad, who I was not expecting to get anything from. So Jenny and Gary, thank you so much for what you got me. They got me these really, really, really pretty bracelets, and I haven't gotten to wear them yet because I just don't want to wear them with like something that you can see them. They're these really pretty like turquoise and silver bracelets, and then they got me two Calvin Klein candles that smell so good because I had them going last night. So I was really surprised. I was not expecting to get such nice things from you guys, and of course the card made me cry, and that was a really great way to start things off. And I got him I made one of those blankets that you get like the big fleece and tie them together, and I did like black and white dog paws on one side and then black and white dog bones on the other. So it was just really cute, and it actually came in handy because we used it the whole trip. So it was kind of neat. And then I got him like some pajama pants. But so yeah, we exchanged gifts that night, and we were all so exhausted, and we ended up going to bed. I don't know, probably like 1, I think, and which kind of sucked because Colorado is 2 hours ahead or 2 hours behind here. So we felt like when we went to bed at 1, we felt like we were going to bed at like 3, and it was, oh, it was awful. So then the next morning on Thursday, we had to get up. Gosh, me and my sister had to get up at like 7 o'clock to start getting ready to go to ski school because we probably wouldn't have had to get up so early, but we had to go like rent our skis and our boots and like all of that stuff. And since a lot of other people were wanting to do it, it took a while, and I wasn't exactly thrilled about going to ski school in the first place, but I figured I needed to go because I'd only been skiing one time before, and I was really, really sick when I went, so I didn't remember like anything. So we went and we did that, we did that, and I only lasted half a day on ski school because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go from like 9 to 12:15, and then take a break for lunch, and then come back at like 1 to 4. Well, I lasted till probably, I don't know, like 11 maybe. And I started feeling really dizzy and really nauseous and really sick. And turns out that I think I had like altitude sickness, or I couldn't get used to the altitude. So on top of that, the boots hurt my feet, and I just was really tired and really cold and just really kind of grouchy. I was like, you know what? I don't feel good. I'm done for today. And so I just decided to take a rest. I was like, I'll go back after lunch then. If I need to like take some refreshers, I'll go after lunch. Well, the instructor came up to me and told me that if I wanted to go after lunch, then I would have to take the half day after lunch and then the next morning for half a day to get like the full ski school experience. And I was like, I don't need that. Like, I learned how to stop. I learned how to do French fries and pizza. I learned how to do that. I learned how to get on the little like bunny slope lift that they had, and I learned how to stay on the little stationary one. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to do that. I don't need them to tell me how to do things 16 times before I do it. So I decided that I wasn't just gonna do ski school anymore, and I had a pass that was good for like the green slopes for the rest of that day. So I was like, I'll just go. If I'm gonna go, I'll go after lunch. And when I got back to our condo, I was like, I don't know. I just don't think skiing's all that it's cracked up to be. I don't know. And Cameron, he deserves a freaking medal for this trip. He really does, because he was so patient with me. He was like, you know what? You ought to just try going on like the ski lifts and just give it a shot, because you'll never be able to say you did it again, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, great, now you guilt trip me into it, but of course I'll go. So we, after lunch, put everything back on. Gosh, we had, ski pants, the Under Armour, like ski leggings under that, Under Armour shirt, the buff that comes up over your head, the hat, the goggles. It was just a big ordeal to put everything on. So we did that, and then I was starting to freak out because I'd never been on a legit ski lift that comes and scoops you up before. So I was starting to get really, really anxious, and Cam was just like, everybody has to do it once. Just calm down. Just don't worry about it. So we got down there. They, scanned. What's really cool when you think about going to ski lifts and stuff, you think that you have to like give them your pass and go through. No, you don't. And I had a paper pass for that day, but all you have to do is like put it in your coat, and they have these little like scanner things. They just like scan your body, they find it. And then these are what the ski passes are. This is my mom's, but you just stick this in your pocket and they scan it, and you can ski however many days you loaded it for. So we're in line to, get on this lift, and I'm freaking out. And this really nice guy, who's probably in like his late 20s, early 30s, comes up next to us and he's like, hey, are you guys riding? And we were like, yeah, she's a beginner though, and I'm, just hyperventilating. He's like, oh, you'll be fine. So we get up to the front where they open little stop doors and you scoot forward, and I'm just like, just freaking out. And so they stop it and get it going real slow so I can like sit down. And then you're like, oh, it's going pretty slow. This is kind of nice. Well, then it changes gears so it can like go up the mountain, and it starts going really fast. I'm freaking out. I'm like trying to pull down the bar, and I'm just like hyperventilating, and Cam's just going, calm down, it's gonna be okay, you just have to calm down. Everybody does it once. And the guy next to me goes, you know what? I'd be kind of worried if you weren't acting like this. Everybody freaks out on their first time on a ski lift, especially one on this big of a mountain. And I was like, thank you. So my first time on a ski lift, I bet Cameron wishes he had a camera, because he would have won the $10,000 on America's Funniest Home Videos, because I was hilarious. And I will admit that to everybody now. I was hilarious. And then, I started to calm down, getting on, and then came to get off, and that's when I started freaking out again. They were like telling the people at the little control to slow it down, because I thought I was going to fall on my face, but I didn't fall. Newsflash to everybody, I didn't fall the entire week on the ski lifts, or pretty much on the ski slopes. I only fell like 3 times on the ski slopes completely. So I was pretty proud of that. But so that day we went and did just like the green slopes, and I kind of got used to going down and falling down and getting up, which that was hilarious in and of itself, because I didn't know how to pick myself back up off the ground with these huge skis on. So I was getting frustrated. Cam was like, you can do it, you don't need my help. But I just feel so sorry for him. He probably is so glad to be home right now. But so I did half a day on Thursday.